Nordair, one of Canada's progressive airlines, has its management headquarters, operations, and maintenance facilities at Montreal's International Airport.
And get northern forecasts. Fort Chimo, aller-tour et un autre qui arrêterait, un autre de Frobisher qui arrêterait. Chimo has gone flat on us. And there's a southeasterly flow into Frobisher Bay.
Okay, so you're going to Frobisher?
Yeah, this is a Boeing 737 schedule.
Cargo passengers?
Yeah.
Oh, avant, direct. Whoa, whoa, direct.
Okay. This is Bob Ogash in Montreal, Vince.
Okay.
Which landing gear is it?
Now we have to increase the frequency of service. We are now talking of 3 flights. Yeah.
And now 2 of them are going to be turnaround flights.
Nordair's high-frequency schedules and charter flights, carefully geared to passenger and cargo demands, achieve the best possible results from their versatile Boeing 737 jetliners.
To be a 34 passenger configuration with the rest in cargo. We'll have some cargo standing by over the terminal.
Departure will be from gate number 6.
Okay, here's your flight papers. We're giving you a plus.
Flight 717 for Frobisher is ready for boarding. May boarding for convenience. Please refrain from smoking outdoors and have your boarding passes ready. Thank you.
Contact ground control 121.9er. Nordair, Montreal Tower, clear to taxi through the center, hold short of runway 28.
Heureux de vous accueillir à bord du vol 701 de Nordair à destination de Frobisher Bay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are delighted to have you with us today. For the entire crew, I'd like to say that we look forward to making this trip on Nordair a very enjoyable one for you. Thank you.
A Nordair blue-tailed jet climbs to cruise altitude with passengers and 5 pallets of cargo, northward bound into the Canadian Arctic, a routine schedule for the Boeing 737. 2 hours after leaving Montreal, we start the letdown to Fort Chimo in Nouveau Quebec. Located on an inlet of Ungava Bay on Hudson Strait, Fort Chimo has a paved airstrip. We are warned in English, French, and Eskimo to stay off the runway. This is the traveler's first taste of chill Arctic air. While Fort Chimo is one of many remote sites supplied by Nordair, it is actually a through stop. This is a typical situation in which the 737's own auxiliary power unit makes sophisticated ground support equipment unnecessary. From Fort Chimo, Frobisher Bay on the lower end of Baffin Island is an hour's flight away.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed at Frobisher Bay. The temperature is 34 below zero. We hope that you have enjoyed your flight on Nordair, and it has been a pleasure serving you. Thank you and good day.
Originally established by the Canadian government as an Eskimo community, Frobisher Bay has now emerged as a fully serviced city. In addition to serving as a major maintenance and fueling base, it has also become the Nordair redistribution center for many remote Arctic settlements. For the Frobisher Bay housewife, this dependable jet service to the south sets her mind at ease. Emergencies, family or medical, are a great worry in the north. Even though Frobisher has a well-equipped hospital, she feels a continuing reassurance in knowing that Montreal is only a few hours away. The constant flow of supplies brought into Frobisher by Nordair's daily 737 service has made it possible to transship on a frequently scheduled basis. Twin turboprop aircraft shuttle to coastal settlements such as Igloo Lake, Pangnirtung, and Cape Dorset. They return with passengers and cargo to connect with north or southbound jet service through Frobisher. Because Nordair is the main supply artery for Frobisher Bay and other eastern Arctic settlements, cargo loads include everything one could imagine. Groceries arrive by the pallet load, as does beer, ice cream, and furniture. Cars and trucks fly north, as do culvert pipes packed with propane tanks to save space, and everything else needed to survive and work in the Arctic. While Frobisher Bay is 1,300 miles north of Montreal and the largest population center served by Nordair in the eastern Arctic, it is far from being the northernmost point on the airline's busy Arctic routes. 1,000 miles northwest of Frobisher is Resolute Bay, a remote Arctic village on Cornwallis Island.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Resolute Bay, Northwest Territories. The present temperature is 46 below zero. Thank you and good day.
CFNAB has now reached the northern terminus of Nordair and the northernmost point on the globe receiving scheduled commercial jetliner service. Midwinter arrivals are in darkness and more than slightly chilly. Resolute Bay is a supply base and a staging point for Arctic expeditions, weather reporting stations, and geological survey teams in search of oil. Here, at the top of the world, the magnetic North Pole is but a scant 100 miles to the west. It has now been just 6 hours since CFNAB departed Montreal. We've traveled 2,300 miles. This once meant many months of hardship and danger over treacherous, uncharted wastes. Because Resolute Bay and other Arctic stations have gravel airstrips, the Nordair 737s are equipped with vortex dissipators, which protect the engine turbine blades from bits of flying debris. The nose wheel gravel deflector prevents gravel from being thrown back against the fuselage and toward the engines. This is the turnaround. We leave behind a tiny community locked in sub-zero temperatures. taking with us passengers that are southbound, some to Frobisher Bay and eastern Arctic waypoints, others to Montreal. Nearly 5,000 miles of some of the world's most rugged terrain has vanished under our wings. Cargo and passengers have been brought north to within a few hundred miles of the pole, while other passengers have been returned to the cities in the south. Merely routine scheduling for Nordair and its Boeing 737s.
Nordair 708 Montreal Tower, clear to land runway 28. Check gear down, wind 270. Surface wind 280 at 25, altimeter 3011. Thank you, IBM. Air Canada, test 1, Montreal Tower, clear to land, runway 24 left. Check gear down, wind at 27020.
Air Canada, test 1, roger. Roger, taxi from the old Atlantic Aviation to the new building, please.
FAA, you're cleared to taxi through the center. Hold short of runway 28.
Hold short of runway 28.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed Montreal. We hope that you have enjoyed your flight, and it has been a pleasure serving you. Thank you, and good day.
The C in our CFNAB could stand for convertibility. The interior may be changed to conform with cargo or passenger requirements. Following the return from the Arctic, we removed the ball mat and other cargo hardware from the cabin floor. Carpeting, pre-fitted and self-sticking, is rolled into place to form a luxurious wall-to-wall floor covering. Meanwhile, a cargo loader has brought a full complement of seats to the forward cargo door. 2 men make the installation. The entire transformation takes less than an hour, almost making Montreal a through stop. This converts a cargo-carrying workhorse into a luxuriously appointed passenger carrier, available on short notice to handle the shuttle service between Montreal and Hamilton, for example. Businessmen and other commuters find this high-frequency scheduled 1-hour flight most convenient. Hamilton lies in the industrial heartland of Ontario and is the center of a Canadian steel manufacturing industry. Nordair 737 service from the regional airport on the outskirts of the city makes it possible for Montreal-bound businessmen to bypass the busy Toronto International Airport, 45 miles away, and once the only access Hamiltonians had to air service.
Nordair charter, Boeing 737, jet flight to Jamaica, now boarding at 8:06.
On charter flights to the Caribbean, the holiday atmosphere is evident even as the passengers board the blue-tailed jet. These vacationers, usually 115 in number, are happily anticipating the white beaches and the blue waters of Jamaica. Charters to the sun and fun of the South offer Nordair pamper service, setting the mood for carefree holidays ahead. The Jamaica flight is nonstop, a fair leap for a so-called short-range jet with its full load of passengers. It's actually 1,795 miles.
This is your captain speaking. We're cruising at 27,000 feet and estimate arrival at Montego Bay in approximately 45 minutes. The temperature in Montego is a warm and balmy 92 degrees.
CFNAB has settled into the sun of Jamaica less than 20 hours after pausing on the frozen tarmac of Resolute Bay, almost half a hemisphere away. During a brief span of time, this airplane has carried a mix of passengers and cargo, passengers only, operated from gravel strips in minus 46-degree temperatures to a tropical resort where residents sometimes